Okay, here is my application process for uh, basically I challenged everyone to do this because it's for application, but I think this is going to be good for life application, not just for a application. So a reasonably full account of your life. Include, for example, significant and important persons and events, especially as they have impacted or continue to impact your personal growth and development. Describe your family of origin. Let me put this into context, actually. Um, this is for chaplain application, so uh, you'd have to either do this for a chaplain application or do it for your own, maybe modify it for your own thing, but it's going to have some specific stuff coming up here. Describe your family of origin, current family relationships, and important and supportive social relationships. I was thinking about doing this whole thing, uh, telling everybody on YouTube all my information, but I'm just gonna read what to do because it's kind of interesting, and then I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna share it with anybody, but where I'm applying. So, a description of your spiritual growth is number 3. Include, for example, the faith heritage into which you were born, and describe and explain any subsequent personal conversions, your call to ministry, religious experiences, and significant persons and events that have impacted or continue to impact your spiritual growth and development. Number 4, a description of your work, vocational history, include a chronological list of jobs, positions, dates of employment, and a brief statement about your current employment and work relationships. An account of a helping incident in which you were the person who provided the help. Include the nature and extent of the request, your assessment of the issue, problem, situations. Describe how you came to be involved in what you did. Give a brief evaluative commentary on what you did and how you believe you were able to help. If you have had prior and recent CPE, please attach a copy of a recent verbatim as your helping incident, and add to the verbatim your own notes on how and what you learned from sharing this verbatim with your supervisor and or peers. If you have had CPE, but it was more than 2 years ago, include a recent account of a helping incident written up in a verbatim format. If possible, include feedback from current pastoral colleagues and or administrative supervisor. I'm going to have to look up what verbatim is. But your impressions of clinical pastoral education indicate, for example, what you believe or imagine CPE to be. Indicate if CPE is being required of you. Indicate any learning goals or issues of which you are aware and would like to address in CPE. Finally, indicate how CPE may be able to help you meet needs generated by your ministry or call to ministry. If you have had prior CPE, please indicate the most significant learning experience you had during CPE. State how you have continued to use the clinical method since your previous experience. Indicate strengths and weaknesses that you have as they relate to your ministry and your identity as a professional person. Indicate any personal and or professional learning goals and issues that you have at this time and how you believe that CPE will help you to attain or address these learning goals and issues. You are required to complete an admissions interview with an ACPE supervisor or a person approved by the center to which you are applying or at the center to which you are applying. Contact the center to check on their policy regarding admissions interviews. Obviously, this is only for chaplains, but some of that other stuff you could apply to your life and your testimony, kind of researching your life. But number 8, CPE centers often require a application fee. Please check this requirement in advance of submitting the application. If you are interviewing at a center other than the one to which you are applying, you may be required to pay an interview fee, usually due at the time of the interview. Number 9, if you are an international applicant, you will have to obtain appropriate documentation from U.S. Immigration, which usually applies to the visa and the U.S. Social Security number. Therefore, international application should have such documentation approved at 6 months prior to the start of the program in which you are applying. Offered employment, can you submit verification of legal right to work in the U.S.? I can. America. I need a pen. I'll do that later, but I can. I'm American. An application with prior CPE should attach all previous self and supervisor evaluations, and your signature below indicates you give permissiones for your previous CPE centers to release your evaluations for purposes of this application process. Number 11, retain your own copy of this completed application to bring it with you to an interview or for CPE. Oh, do you have a copy here? Okay. The application CPE should previous self and supervisor evaluation, your signature below indicate you give permission to CPE center to release the application process. Okay. Have you ever been convicted or pled nolo to a misdemeanor, a felony, or a crime? Nolo. I don't know what Nolo is, but like YOLO? No. Nolo. Please attach a current resume. So I have to look up the word Nolo and also verbatim, a recent verbatim. Helping. So 5 was the verbatim. An account of helping incident in which you were the person who provided the help. Include the nature and the extent of request of your assistance and issue. Describe how you can involve it. A brief evaluative commentary on what you did. Have had prior recent CPE. Please attach a copy of the recent verbatim. Attach helping incident. Oh. I don't think I need to do that. Add to the verbatim your own notes. Okay, so that was verbatim. Alright, so and then you just sign it. That's pretty much it. You gotta fill it all out though. And that is the CPE. Which really doesn't do much. It depends. You gotta get endorsement and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video. Here we go. Oh, because it's fun. Too much fun. Okay. Lord bless this time. I'm gonna write this thing about my life, and it's gonna be given to people, and they're gonna take it and run with it and say, "Oh, this guy's good," or "This guy's not good," or probably they'll let me in. I think. And it'll be great. So praise the Lord. Everybody should be a chaplain. I'm just joking. No, but there should be more probably. And it should be an actual field of. It is a field of study at some schools, but it should be a field of service for the world. All right, ending the video. Au revoir.